If you're hurt on the job, you might assume your employer will take care of everything. But when the bills start coming in and your paycheck stops, things can get confusing fast. So what exactly is workers' compensation? And how do you know if you qualify? Let's talk about what North Carolina workers' comp really covers, who's eligible, and what mistakes to avoid if you've been injured on the job. Workers' compensation is a state system designed to protect employees who get hurt or sick because of their job. If you qualify, your employer or their insurance company must pay for medical treatment related to your work injury. You may also receive wage loss benefits while you're unable to work. In other words, workers' comp exists to help you recover physically and financially after a work-related injury or illness. You may be entitled to workers' comp if you're an employee of a North Carolina business with 3 or more workers, and you were injured or developed a disease because of your job. Common covered injuries include slips and falls, like tripping over a cord or slipping on a slick floor, burns, whether from fire, chemicals, or electricity, back or neck injuries from lifting or moving heavy items, and head injuries, such as a concussion or trauma from a falling object. Occupational diseases can also qualify, including carpal tunnel syndrome, hearing loss, lung conditions like silicosis, or exposure-related illnesses such as asbestosis. Sometimes injuries happen away from your main workplace. Maybe you're running an errand for your boss, attending a company event, or walking in the office parking lot. Depending on the circumstances, those injuries may still be covered. But here's the catch. Insurance companies often look for ways to deny or limit your claim. They're protecting their bottom line and not you. That's why it's important to report your injury to your employer as soon as possible, ideally right away, but no later than 30 days after it happens. Workers' comp is a no-fault system. This means that even if your injury was your fault, you may still be able to receive compensation. There are, however, a few scenarios that could prevent you from compensation. You may be denied benefits if you intentionally caused your injury, you waited too long to report your injury, or you are under the influence of drugs or alcohol, and that intoxication led to your injury. Filing a workers' comp claim is not the same as suing your employer. In fact, North Carolina law usually prevents you from suing your employer for a workplace injury. However, you may have a claim against a third party, like a negligent driver or the manufacturer of defective equipment. An experienced workers' comp attorney can help you find out if that applies to your case. Workers' comp law can be complicated, and small mistakes early on can cost you big later. At the law offices of James Scott Farron, we have North Carolina State Bar Board Certified Specialists in Workers' Compensation Law, a distinction earned by fewer than 1% of attorneys in the state. We can guide you through every step, deal with the insurance company for you, and fight for the benefits you may deserve. And you don't pay any attorney's fees unless we recover compensation for you. Call us or visit us online today for a free case evaluation. We're here to help injured workers across North Carolina.